This is the United States of America. People first started roaming these grounds 15,000 years ago. Society gradually adapted. People became civilized. America was a large, open land featuring many clusters of indigenous people. But in the late 1400s, Europeans began to journey from their safe continent to this seemingly new place in search of the New World. After trials, tribulations, and many failed societies, America was founded. July 4th, 1776. This is America. America, founded on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is America, founded in freedom. From the start, the United States has been a clash of cultures. The Native Americans, the European explorers. Each generation brought new diversity to this 3.8 million square mile stretch of land. 1619. The slave trade began, bringing 12.5 million Africans to the New World. The 1850s. Ireland's potato famine, bringing over 500,000 Irishmen and women searching for better fortune. The 1800s also brought a wave of Chinese immigrants. Today, there are 39.9 million foreign-born people in the United States, with immigrants ranging from Mexico to Madagascar to Morocco. This is America, a melting pot of beliefs, nationalities, societies. America is a lot. So in a country with land stretching sea to shining sea, and representatives from all kinds of populations, how can we say who we are? What cultures do we, as Americans, associate as? What makes an American an American?
I'm a naturalized citizen of America. My family came from Bosnia in 1996, and at that time I had a Bosnian passport. But I think when I was around 7 or 8, I'm not exactly sure, I was able to become a naturalized citizen of the United States. Individuality. I feel like America is one of the few places where it's okay to be different. Which, if you look at places like in Western Europe, in which nationalism is so heavily ingrained into their society, it's gotten to the point where you have to have a specific mindset, and you have to actually be a purebred citizen, or were born in that particular country, if you to get anywhere near like the top. A friend of mine told me about how he started a .com company in America, and he became a millionaire off of it. He was a Bosnian. He was a citizen of Bosnian refugee from the Balkan War, and he said that he really couldn't have gotten that .com company started at all if he stayed in Germany, because he wasn't 100% German. He wouldn't have been given as many opportunities because he was Bosnian and not German. While there is a lot of like anti-immigration sentiment going around in the United States, as well as there seems to be a shift and the desire for a more homogenistic society, meaning that, we should embody nationalism more than anything, I feel like it's a bit weaker than, say, in Western Europe. It just kind of goes hand in hand with extreme nationalism. Patriotism tends to embody this idea that there is only one kind of mindset, that you should be deeply ingrained into your culture, and if instead of like trying to have a mixture of ideals and beliefs, and that there's this one ideal, this one set of beliefs, that is the United States of America, that is the best belief, and everyone should adhere to that, and if you don't think this way, you're an idiot. For me, that's how I feel patriotism has become. It's a round world. Last time I checked, there isn't just one country, which is the United States of America. At the same time, I feel like it is important to understand your culture, and cultural influences can certainly be a factor, but patriotism and extreme patriotism, this idea as there's only one mindset and one country, and I feel like that's problematic, and it's holding our society back. Yeah, no, I don't think you have to be patriotic to be a good citizen. Part of what being a good citizen is standing up for what you believe is right, and that a lot of times goes against what we traditionally conceive of as patriotism. Just being an American means going against the tide and doing what you feel is right, regardless of what other people say. And ideally, what you're going for is to help people as opposed to harm people. Patriotism and being a good American isn't just like waving flags and knowing the second verse to the Star Spangled Banner. Being an American is not letting your individual rights and the rights of your fellow human beings get stamped out by some kind of opposing force or even a force on the inside. Traditional patriotism, yellow ribbons and American flags, that's an old mindset. There is always an ideal look, an ideal way of thinking that a country perceives as the right way, the right citizen, the perfect citizen. And any time any individual deviates that in the slightest, like the farther you are away from that normal distribution of an American or any kind of citizen of a country, the farther away from that, the more likely you're going to be ostracized. As a Bosnian, I haven't really faced a lot of stigma. I think my parents might have, but I don't know, they don't talk about it too much.